get onto the face of the hill, it's not your friend anymore. Because what's going to happen, especially in some loose stuff here, is you're going to start sliding like marbles on top. Okay. So the best thing you could do is put your ATV in low gear and let just the gears slowly turn as you go down. You're still going to be moving faster than the wheels turning, but you're not going to get that ski effect. 2 is tons of body language. You have to really work the ATV. So you want to anticipate what the tire is going to do, and if this tire is going to dip down, you need to lean the opposite direction to the back, right? Or if that tire, you got to go the opposite way. You're going to be leaning, doing all kinds of body language stuff. Sometimes you might, instead of leaning back like this, down there, you start wanting to turn or roll this way, you might be just like this, going down, holding on and going down like this. It's a lot of body language. It's really fun stuff. Again, you want to be prepared to get away from the ATV. If it starts to go, just jump off and let it go. The good news here is it's so soft, I could roll from the top to the bottom and most likely just get a lot of dust in my nose. But you don't want to be on the unit if it starts to go, because that's where you're going to get hurt.
Okay. Tendency is going to be for, if you don't use enough body language back, the tendency is going to be for you to go forward. You don't want to get yourself in front of the quad. So you want to make sure you have enough.
Well, and then we got some of those, like mine's got the compression braking on the way down, and sometimes that's a pain in the ass.
You have to watch that, because if you're gassing a little, even a little bit, or you get momentum and you let off the gas,
yeah, it locks them up.
It'll lock them up,
Yep.
and you may have a tendency to want to go forward. So you have to watch for that.
Yeah, it's uphill. Uphill you've got momentum on your side, and unless you get to really steep stuff, the suspension's working for you and everything. Going downhill slow, you don't have any of that stuff. You don't have suspension working for you. The bike hits a little rock, it's going to react, and you have to be the suspension for the balance point, if you will. So you have to do a lot of body language moving around this thing. And that's what's nice about ATVs, because they have all these luggage racks. I use them as handles. I'm grabbing here and there and doing really slow stuff. The other big thing is keep your wheels straight, especially in soft stuff. This dirt right here is going to have a tendency to want to grab your front end and push it this way, and that's when you're going to get in trouble. So you're going to have to force that thing back straight. Keep it as straight as you can. Especially if you're using body language and you're doing one of these things, that's when you don't have a lot of power up here, and that's when it's going to want to turn on. And you're going to have to get back in there and pull in there. You have to use a foot, get it pushed up, get it straight.
Too much for me.
So you have to do what you have to do, So I'll go ahead and demonstrate it, and then for those of you that want to try it, you could try it. If you're iffy, we could always walk. I could walk right next to you going down this thing. Yeah, it's really soft. Any questions or concerns? Low gear, full drive, so I have all my gear turning. And if I end up rolling this thing, it's a lesson for you guys not to do that. The brakes right here is good, but as soon as you get to past that pivot point, then you can still ride the brakes a little bit, but you don't want to be on the brakes like lock. Let it just work its way down. So you see how it's leaning this way? I already know I need to weight the other side, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and start moving. Get into a position like this. And I'm going to move a little bit more. Now I'm getting to the point where I want to start leaning back, right? And I'm going to put my weight, set the fender, get my weight back as far as I can. Tires want to start turning on me a little bit.
Now he's going to start sliding.